And welcome back to Life First Podcast, where we talk about the Reunion Diva centers. So I didn't build a deck for Allos Piruluk, which I think some people are going to be pretty sad about, but I still want to talk about it because I know she's a pretty popular L rig, at least character wise. And I want to just talk about how you might go about building a deck if this is something you're trying to do. And that is, it's got some cool abilities. Notably, it's got the ability to store Bank Signy into your check zone for a little while, and then pull them out, like pull one out at least, and give something negative 1,000 power. You're really going to need that number to hit negative 3,000 power for it to be a good center. When you hit 2 in there, and I think most of the time you're going to hit 2 in there, it's just not going to be good for you. Like, I don't think it's going to work out for you. So I think if you're going to try to maximize this deck, that's the key. You're going to want to figure out how to discard 3 cards always with this. There's some things I would think about maybe doing if I was going to do that. The first one is, oh god, I'm trying to remember its name. Oh, it's terrible. So if I put discard, I'm just doing this live, clearly. Can I do multiple? Or do discard Lancer? No, it's not discard. It's random. We'll see if I can do it on the fly, guys. No, I can't. So it is. Oh yeah, it's because I'm looking for Piruluk. Derp. Random. No. Okay. You guys are getting a great content, I'm sure. It's a level 2 Signy. I don't know why I'm brain farting so much, and it's a blue. That'll help me figure it out. Okay, so I think Hijikata. There we go. So I think something you're going to want to try to do is be a little bit of discard tribal. So Hijikata seems like a good one to use here. Clear filters out. I think you're gonna want something like Squid. Firefly Squid in the deck as well, which means that you're going to want to probably end up with some kind of white Elrig as well. I don't know what kind of white Elrig you'd want, but let's just put Lion in there for now, just so that way you know that you're going after a white Elrig. And you're probably trying to add green, because Hijikata, I think, is very strong. Hijikata randomly makes the opponent discard as long as you've discarded 2 or more cards this turn. And I think that's quite strong on an attacker specifically. And if you're discarding cards anyways, this is just really, really good. What's the word I'm looking for? This is just really, really good. Bruno. So another option that you can do outside of that would be probably run a green Elrig. First one that comes to mind for me is Senga, but I also think Midoriko probably ends up being the same, because that has a way to give Lancer, right? Yeah, Lancer at level 1. So this will allow you to give Lancer to Hijikata. Lancer on Hijikata is insanely strong, especially in the early game. So I probably would end up doing stuff like that. I don't know if I really would go so far out of my way to run things that discard cards out of your hand. So much. I mean, like, you will need to run some amount of them, right? But I think you can find some natural outlets for that. But I think one of the better ones that you could end up doing is Sui, or whatever her name is. Level 1. She's a level 1 blue Signy. Signy. There we go. Let's see here. Come on. Yeah, Sui. Sui allows you to discard up to 2 cards, and then you draw cards for this way. So you get it for free. It's a great way to trigger her, but you'll need some other discard outlets. The best one, obviously, is Monoman. So I'd probably run some amount of Monoman, and then to top it off, I know we're not running Bruno, because we've got this, but we probably can run Follow You. Follow You, there we go. So I think between this is probably the core that you're looking at doing. I kind of like the green in there for that Lancer, but if you wanted to get rid of it, one of the things, since we're going so probably heavily into blue, is you probably could run another blue Elrig and instead run Summer Lives Blues. And that would help a little bit as well, just constantly refreshing your hand. So I think that's probably the core that I would probably go and build this deck down if I wanted to. I just think reliably you're gonna get 2 cards in your check zone, but not 3. So I don't know if I really think that she's the greatest Elrig in the world. But if you were gonna try to do something, I'd try it in this realm of thinking.